My name is Maximilian Günther. I am 22 years old and I'm racing for BMW i Motorsport. I'm driving in general since I'm 6 years old, starting with go-karts and racing in Formula E since 1.5 years, starting at the end of 2018 as a full-time Formula E driver in Season 5. It's a long way until you arrive in Formula E. I was 6 years of age. I started with go-karts, then stepping up the ladder through the different championships, becoming more and more international. Then the biggest step that you do is the step from karting to single-seaters, which for me back then was Formula BMW in 2011. And yeah, then from ADC Formula Masters, Formula 3, Formula 2, and then yeah, Formula E was another last step. And yeah, it's definitely what I can say is it's an honor to be part of the BMW family and to be racing in Formula E. It's always different. I mean, on the one hand, we are traveling a lot. You have the opportunity to see many great cities, different cultures, people, and yeah, at the end, to just do what I love the most, racing cars, is fantastic. And as well, all the work around, you know, with all the analysis with the engineers, how to set up the car, how to tune it, how to improve it on all parameters. The same for myself. Then as well, you have many media activities. You just always have different parts in your job, never the same. And yeah, that's what I like the most about my job. We are here in the racing simulator. It's basically our best tool to prepare for the race weekend and as well for the development, because the amount of testing days, which are very important for us, but they are limited, and that's why we use the simulator, which is very close to reality. We can drive here as often as we like, and yeah, for sure for development reasons, it's a very important tool, and I'm spending a lot of time here inside this dark room. During the season, ahead of every race, we have at least 2 simulator days in order to prepare for the race weekend itself, and yeah, it's our most important preparation tool. A big advantage of the simulator is that you always have the same conditions. So if you compare different setup items, software developments, you can always have the same conditions, because if you go testing in real life, there is always different temperatures, different maybe tires, different, not the same condition at the end of the day. And what you have here in the simulator, it's always the same, and you can compare things very well. You don't feel the G-forces in a simulator, but apart from this, all the braking force, steering force, the movement of the car, everything is as close as possible to real life. The track, it's scanned, so all the bumps, the corner radiuses, all is the same as in real life, and this makes it a very important tool for us, for the engineers, for the drivers, to prepare in the best possible way for each race weekend. So another big advantage of having a simulator is that you don't have to travel to each location with the whole team, because we have it here stationary in Munich. The engineer is always here, so I need to just come here and drive, and that's what makes it very easy. I'm wearing my helmet here in the simulator on the one hand for safety reason, because the simulator it's moving and it can have some very quick movements, so better to have a helmet on. And the second reason, the main reason really, is to have the same vision as in the real car, because as you can already see here a bit with the halo and the cockpit around, our vision inside the car, it's quite limited, and with the helmet on, it's even smaller, the window where we have a good view. And with all the adjustments that we need to do on the steering wheel and driving on a street circuit where it is really tight and narrow quite often, it just makes sense to have this the helmet as well as a feature in the simulator. At the end of the day, racing is teamwork. I mean, for sure, inside the car it's only myself, but all the work that we put into this project, it's a lot of teamwork with the engineers, with the mechanics. We started here in the factory in the simulator to see like what can we do on the racetrack, on the software, on the setup of the car. What can we adjust to make the car even quicker, even better in terms of drivability. And the same for me as a racing driver. You never stop learning. You always need to keep improving. And this, let's say, kind of atmosphere and relationship driver and engineer is something really important, and can be definitely a reason for success at the end of the day. My future vision, it's here in Formula E, because I really like this championship a lot. It's I mean, it has 6 years of history only, but the development of the championship is extremely high, and it's the cars are looking beautiful. They are great to drive. If the initial torque that you have from an electrical powertrain, it's also modern and futuristic. That I like it a lot. The competition is probably the biggest one in motorsport on a driver's point of view, and as well on a team's point of view, with all the manufacturers that we have in this championship. So definitely it's a privilege to drive here, and I see my future in this championship for sure.